Welcome in my channel, The Parenting Revolution. I am Christophe Franck, author of 7 books about parenting, education, and the meaning of life. And in this 10th video dedicated to a series about the parenting revolution concept, I wanted to speak about the natural change makers of the new world. It's the title of a part in my last book, The Parenting the New World, Giving Birth to a Thriving Humanity. And in chapter 27, Making Social Organization Evolve, I speak about these change makers of the new world. I wanted to give you some details of that because it's a natural phenomenon I can experience in my own family. Especially, I documented the life of the adolescence of my second boy, Denis. Like Denis, Make Your Life is the book I wrote about his journey, dreaming to become a plane pilot, and then he was able, after years, to build a plane. Here he is flying above Samaipata in Bolivia at 17 years old. Now he's 27 and he's living in Canada, and he's a plane mechanical engineer and pilot, and he owns his company and works for a company of helicopters. And what is very interesting in his case is that he loves what he's doing. So he makes lots of money because techniques, skills are in demand, and is respected in his work because he's very skilled, very efficient, because he loves learning, As he loves that and he started from an early age, what is changing in the world in his case is not a pilot on an airline, He's not working regularly and for a company, and also is not a pure mechanical worker on a company who has employees to attend the planes, of the airline companies. So because he has the two skills, he is both a pilot and a mechanical and electrical engineer, he was able to offer a service with his own company to a company of helicopters. So he can take his plane at any time, any day, to fly to where the helicopters have to be repaired or maintained. So he's autonomous. It's very powerful because it makes society evolve because of who he is, So I documented his case, but it's to explain you so that you can understand how the world is changing, because the world has to adapt to these people loving what they do, and they are autonomous, independent. And they marry several capabilities that makes them unique, So this is the case of my second boy, but I have as well other children. I don't have the book here, but anyway, another child who is a carpenter and timber worker. So his name is Sylvain, and he loves what he does as well because it's in his name, Sylvain, silviculture, So it's all about salvia in Spanish, and the wild. And so he has the energy, you need a lot of energy to move the timbers, the pieces of woods, and then transform that in meubles. I can show you a little bit some of them. Here what he did, this one for instance, one where I put my thing inside, and this table here, he made this table, you can maybe see a little bit. So he's as well independent, you know. He's purchasing the material, the raw material recently cut, so he store it, and then he has the contact with clients here in Samaipata, where there are many foreigners as well, strangers who came here to settle, and now he's able to negotiate in English with them as well, and is very appreciated because he's fiable, efficient, and right and correct and punctual, and he does good work, and is improving as well, you know. So he's not working for a company as well. He's not an employee in a big business with which that has machinery, and he would work for them, you know. Is independent as well. So and the world has to adapt to that, because he wants to make money with that. He needs lots of clients who are ready to pay for that, because it's a very competitive field, you know. There are many Bolivians who offer cheaper services, but what he's doing is offering unique services, that he can adapt the timber work to unstandard, not standard cases. No, what is standard is to make windows or doors, things like that, you know. But he's offering the service to make unique pieces, I would say, pieces of work in the houses of people, and charge for that, because he's efficient and he speaks several languages, so he's able to create an offer with his business, which is not very common, you know. He can really adapt, and the world has to adapt to him. This is the same. It's another case of change maker. He's changing the deal in his field. This is what is happening. It's the same with all my children, depending on their age, of course, but this is what I can see. The girl, they followed more the educational system, and then I can see the first one. She's managing to do well as well, and they keep centered. They keep centered on their inner drive, their inner call, their center of interest. The feminine tends to adapt more to society, and the masculine, so the boy and the girls, they don't behave the same way. But I can see that they maintain their connection to the soul, that is observed, is noticed. For instance, the children, they have very good results at school for the girls who went at school. Not all the boys went at school. Some of them were more homeschooled, or they learned by themselves and in the family. It's different. So the thing is that once the child is connected to his own nature, nothing can remove this connection. But when it's not done during childhood, it's very hard for teenagers to find the meaning of their life, because they are attracted by social relationship, discover others, other families, and boys and girls, and flirt, etc. So it's the it's another energy than finding yourself. So when it's not done from early age, it's harder in the next steps of natural development of a person to have this energy within that helps you become a, a powerful change maker naturally because you are yourself, you know. And life is all about change, you know. And each time there are new beings being born, they are bringing new things with them, new capabilities, new perception of the reality, new truths, because we are all perceiving life from our perspective, and we bring our own reality in the world. This is what is increasing the richness of the world, because we are unique, we are all unique, we are all worthy. I explain that in my book. So when the children, they are in a favorable family context, applying the parenting revolution, they become a change makers in the world naturally. It's what is happening. It's why it's so important, according to me, to understand in families and integrate this parenting revolution.